Well, welcome. And let's talk about the New Zealand, Pakistan, Bangladesh tri series first. And then we will talk about India versus South Africa ODI series. So, game four, Pakistan versus New Zealand. Pakistan batted first and were restricted by New Zealand at 130 total at the loss of 7 wickets. So, what does that tell you? That tells that Babar and Rizwan did not score much runs. Pakistan's old story, right? So, no one really got going. Iftikhar Ahmed was the top scorer for Pakistan. He scored 27 runs. And then there were a couple of other folks Asif Ali, 25 not out, Babar, 21. Takeaways, same story. Every third match, when both Babar and Rizwan are gone early, Pakistan is not able to steady the ship. They kept losing the wickets at regular intervals and just could not get going. Pakistan's betting still heavily relies on Babar and Rizwan, and once again, it has shown that when they don't score runs, the batting collapse. And 130 was never a competitive total for New Zealand. New Zealand bowlers all looked good, especially Michael Bracewell. He took 2 wickets for 11 runs from his 4 overs. New Zealand batting looked confident, chasing the mediocre total, of course, and went after Pakistan bowling. Especially their opener Finn Allen smashed 6 sixes and scored 62 of 42 balls. Devon Conway continued to show his top form and scored 49 not out and took the team home with 23 balls to spare. New Zealand basically taking this match away from Pakistan in the first half of the game itself. No problems chasing 130, and yeah, same story. Pakistan's, until Babar and Rizwan scores run, then it's all good. If not, it's tough. So yeah, that will be Pakistan's biggest challenge in the T20 World Cup. Now, one more thing that I have in this game is one last word on Shahnawaz Dahani. Dahani seems to be underperforming for last couple of series now. He continues to go over 10 runs per over. Nevertheless, bowling is not Pakistan's worry for the T20 World Cup. They have a great bowling attack. Also, with Shaheen Shah Afridi soon coming back. So they have Wasim Jr., they have Naseem Shah, they have Shaheen Shah Afridi, they have Haris Rauf, who's the best bowler in the world at this moment in T20. And then they have Shadab and, if they need Nawaz. So, and Iftikhar to fill up for the other spin bowling options. So bowling's not concerned, but Dahani, I'm a little disappointed. I had high hopes for this kid. Seems to be underperforming. Hopefully he'll make a comeback soon. But yeah, Pakistan versus New Zealand. New Zealand beating Pakistan comprehensively. Now to the other game, India versus South Africa. ODI series. Obviously, I feel like, first of all, it kind of feels like weird, like India played 2020 with them, the main side, and then they just left for Australia and left the South African team in India. I was like, hey guys, go enjoy, keep playing your ODIs. We are leaving for Australia to get earlier than you there and just take a time off there and chill. It's so funny. But anyway, South Africa playing with B string Indian side in India. And South Africa actually won the first ODI. Then India made a comeback, won the second ODI, and this was the third and the decider game between India and South Africa, where the B string Indian side has defeated South Africa the series 2-1. won. The third game was in Delhi. It was cut down short when Indian bowlers dismissed South Africa at 99 runs total in 27 overs. Indian batsmen came all gun blazing and chased the total in under 20 overs. Game over. Shubman Gill scoring 49, and that's what really just needed. Rest of it just getting them across the line. Takeaways from this game or this series. Mohammad Siraj looked good in this series. He was declared the player of the series. He even bowled really well in this last match, took a couple of wickets, conceded 15 runs or 17 runs. He was declared the player of the series. This is probably a good sign for Indian team, considering they have been struggling with their pace attack. So hopefully, at least on their bench strength, there is someone who's started to show some form, especially in ODI format. Kuldeep Yadav was man of the match. He took 4 wickets for 18 runs and made a complete mockery of South African batting. South African batters were not able to pick him well. Once again, Kuldeep showcased kinks in the South African batting against the spin bowling. South Africa really struggled. They did not look like the team what India played in the first game. Washington Sundar also picked up 2 for 15 runs, and like always, he comes early in the inning, sometimes to open the bowling. This is what he did here as well. He bowled the third over, in which he picked up the cock, and Washi continues to show what he brings to the Indian side. He's very accurate, and he also can score well. He's a great prospect. He's very young, and we have seen what he's done at Gaba in the Test match series. Overall, B-string Indian side takes the series 2-1, and now South Africa goes to Australia for the T20 World Cup. I would say South Africa needs to pick themselves up. I would imagine that spin won't be as much of a problem in Australia, so they should be fine, and their pace attack will become amplified. So that's a good thing. So still, South Africa being South Africa, they're never the favorites, but then they perform well, and then they choke in the ICC tournaments, and then they're knocked out. It seems like we are going to witness the same South African story as they go into the World Cup. Overall, on both games, not surprises, but it's all adding up to the World Cup. So this is it from today's episode of the Unofficial Cricket Show. I'm your host, Vivek Nanda, and keep following, subscribing, and listening to this show wherever you get your podcast or videos.